to enter adjudication of guilt, violated condition number 2, on or about the 27th day of March 2025 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Josue Carvajal, did then and there fails to admit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 27th day of June 2025 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Josue Carvajal, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Okay.
Violated.
Just 1 second, off the record for a moment. So, Deputy, could you move them down to the other end? All right, you may continue.
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 15th day of August 2025 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Josue Carvajal, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
It's true.
Violating condition number 4, in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Josue Carvajal, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of September and October 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that?
True.
Finally, violated condition number 29, in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Josue Carvajal, did then and there failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer for the months of September and October 2025 in violation of number 29.
True.
State will waive the remaining.
Any objection to the
No.
waivers? Did you understand by pleading true to those violations, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 2, 2, 2, 4, and 29?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violations 2, 2, 2, 4, and 29 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There's not, Judge. The state is asking that you grant its motion, enter an adjudication of guilt, and sentence to 2 years in the prison. Judge, this is Mr. Carvajal's 4th MTR. If there's anything that's shown based upon the record in the court's file, it's that we find ourselves in a situation where Mr. Carvajal is either pleading true to a condition 4 or 2. The court then allows alter an amendment to his conditions, and we're back in the same position. I don't believe Mr. Carvajal wants to be on probation any longer based on his lack of complying with the conditions, probably despite what he's going to tell the court today. But I don't think he's a good candidate. He's shown he's not a good candidate, and I think it's time that he's revoked.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, he pled true and is accepting responsibility. This is not new violence, new victims, or escalating. He's struggling with instability and structure, I think. It's whether those violations is sufficient, is necessary. What can we do to address those? He failed probation, he stopped engaging, he has accepted responsibility, and the court has extended opportunities. But I think we got to look at, there's been no violence, no weapons, there's no more victims, there's no assaultive conduct, there's no dealing or trafficking, there's no other criminal behavior besides just not showing up. He does have multiple negative drug tests. He completed the Bear County outpatient program, additional outpatient participation from 2024 to 25. I think he's done over half of the community service hours. He has some prior employment compliance and, like I said, some community service. I think that what we have here is a cognitive issue. I think he would like to be extended and do some sort of inpatient for the cognitive. I think that would be graduated response through the MTRs. I think that'd be appropriate. It's not so much that he was using, but he's just missing. So again, I think it's more cognitive than anything. I think he needs some sort of stability. He needs structure and something to help him with his fear and avoidance with probation. I don't think he's minimized anything. And I think the maximum sentence would be reserved for somebody who, I don't know, has done something way worse than what's going on here. So if you do decide to revoke, we would ask for 6 months, Judge. But we would ask that you continue and that he can come out a better person. He's still young, and I think we can still save him. Do you want to say anything to the court?
Judge, I know I have been.
Oh, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
So Carvajal,
Why don't you report?
I just have been, I've been honestly, unresponsible over my actions.
Here's the thing, and so I want you to tell me whatever you want to tell me, but I wanted you to know where I'm coming from so you can understand the answers that I'm looking for from you. You've been in this court previously before. It's always a violation of condition number 4 or condition number 2. And then I will ask you, what do you need from the court so that you will complete this probation? And whatever you need, I always give it to you. So I've given you the MRT. Each time you come in, I try to help you with something. And we're back here for the same thing. So you can address those issues because that's the issue. You keep coming back for the same thing.
The MRT, I did, the class that I was actually attending, it was,
That's not the question. The question is, why aren't you reporting and why aren't you giving drug tests? That was the question. So she wants to know the answer to that. Why aren't you doing that? Or is it how old are you?
22.
And so you're old enough to get to court. Why haven't you grown up and done that? Why aren't you going?
Then I'm responsible.
So do you have a vehicle?
I did not, I actually lost it in a car crash.
That's your problem, right? It's your responsibility to get there. And you're doing a GED in jail right now?
Yes, I am.
So like, why did you do a GED when you were not in jail?
I was actually attending to it, but there was a 6 months program and it wasn't.
Let me ask you this. Did you sign up for a GED program when you were out of custody?
I was trying to, yes. Ma'am.
So the answer to that is no. Okay. Why?
There was a 6 months waiting program, and between that, my probation officer wasn't letting me attend to it. She wanted me to attend right on the dot, basically, like on time, when my probation was about to be due. And I kept on telling her, there's the time, it's not gonna add up. So I tried, but I tried actually even going, I tried to attend a different GED class, but
Mhm.
they wouldn't let me because I had already did it 3 times.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Why do you think you should be continued and not be sent to prison? Why this time? Whose fault is it that you're here?
Take full responsibility over it.
All right, any questions?
Mr. Carvajal, you realize you're not in charge of the timeline here, correct?
So,
And you realize that the court determines your conditions of probation, correct? And you fail to comply with those, right? So why should the court believe this time as you're trying to take accountability that it's gonna be different than any other?
I'm sorry, you have to answer the question.
feel like I'll do better this time, even though I know that I have messed up previously.
All right, the court is going to grant the motion, find you guilty. The court will hear argument on time. And I know you're saying you want 6 months, counsel,
Yeah, ma'am.
and state you're asking for 2?
Yes.
All right. All right, the court is, as previously stated, the court is going to revoke, find you guilty, and the court will sentence you. And I'm going to give you credit for things that you have done. The court will sentence you to 13 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. Court will request the therapeutic community. And there is to be no contact with Hitzel, Hitzel, and JAR, JAIR, or ORTIZ. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you will need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, and counsel, do you think he needs therapeutic community or something while he's there?
I think there's some cognitive issues, Judge,
Mhm.
if we can get that addressed.
Okay. I will, with the therapeutic community, you're gonna have to sign up for it. It's gonna be placed in the judgment. And then you'll have to sign up to it as well.
That's good. You
All right.
you need to get that.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank
Good luck to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Guerrero, Mark Guerrero, come up here, sir. Well, let me find Camacho.
Yeah,
Okay, so just make sure you don't miss that.
And tell him to be on time, Norma.
oh no, he said that. Next Friday,
Oh,
but yeah, he told my lawyer.
All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 5226, State versus Clinton Camacho. Could I have parties announce?
William Davidson for Mr. Camacho.
And are you Mr. Camacho?
Yes, Judge.
Did you? All right, to the clerk. I don't have I only have the first amended motion to revoke. I don't have the original. Camacho. Did you review the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision and the first amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Judge.
Are you the same Fabian Ray Rodriguez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR? Oh,
My apologies.
oh, that's okay. It's Clinton. Yeah.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it happens. And here's the thing, I'm not even, and I should know the name Camacho from the boxer. You know, I was so happy when Sugar Ray Leonard came back and ended up defeating him. You know, Camacho has since passed.
Yes.
All right. Though that's when I believe boxing was a science. Now it's just, I can't
Featherweight?
even watch
Was
it.
that featherweight?
Hmm?
Was it featherweight?
No. I think Sugar Ray Leonard was a lightweight.
Right.
Wasn't he?
Thanks, Judge.
I think so, yeah. I don't think Sugar Ray Leonard was ever featherweight. I could be wrong on that. But you know, that was back in the day with Hitman Hearns.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
but now it's just like nobody, there's no signs to it, and it's just so violent, I can't even watch it. Although I think the last fight that Muhammad Ali had, I was just like, please don't fight that fight, because I just loved Muhammad Ali.
I liked it too. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that he kept going, you know.
Oh, yeah, I loved, but you know, the government came after him so harshly because he wouldn't fight in the war. And so and I admired him for standing up saying, I'm not going to do it. What I admired him for he took the consequences. Other people don't take any consequences. They're just like, oh, enough about that. Like, I can't even believe George Foreman. I'm like, we're losing a lot of great people. All right, sorry about that. And no, Cindy had to take all that down, I guess. Cindy, you knew not to, right?
Off record.
All right, thank you. All right. So did you review the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision and first amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand that?
Yes, Judge.
Are you the same Clinton Camacho who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 5226 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on June 17, 2024 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, Judge.
All right, state.
On the first amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt, violated condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Clinton Camacho did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of June, July, August, September, October, November, and December 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Violated condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Clinton Camacho did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March 2026 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Judge.
State will waive the remaining allegations.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violations 4 and 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Judge.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 4 and 4?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find violations 4 and 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Judge. My understanding is open. State would be asking the court to grant state's motion, enter an adjudication of guilt, sentence to 5 years TDC, and take into consideration clause number 2026 PF 17670.
All right. And defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we are requesting that my client be able to get back into the Veterans Court. I was gonna ask him some questions up here.
Well, are they going to accept him? Because they have a record of not accepting people.
I don't know. That I don't know. So in lieu of that, we would ask that his probation be continued with some sort of drug treatment, because he tells me he has a drug problem. And
But like, why did he disappear on them?
let me explain it the way he told me.
Sure.
Okay. So this is a little bit longer, just some background. He tells me he had no prior record, but he joined the army. He went to Iraq. He suffered from PTSD, did infantry and all that. He came back. That's when he started using. And then he picked up this first MTR. In the first MTR, he was supposed to go to a certain treatment program. What he explains to me was that he was in jail waiting for this bed. And then at some point they just let him out on the streets. And he said that he reported not to probation, but at another place where this program was supposed to start, and they didn't have any of his stuff or know anything. And so he tells me after that, he didn't know what to do. And so according to him, he was out on the streets, and that's how he ended up picking up the new case and also not reporting.
All right. Well, I'm going to have you all take a seat. Ms. Abrams, see if Herman can come down so I can figure out what's going on, and if what he says is what you told him. Let me see what's going on. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.